Afternoon baseball now from the banks of the Anacostia River and Nationals Park here in Washington. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals. Now, if you love good pitching, this one's for you. First pitch is coming up. Max Scherzer gets the ball for Washington in this one. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, Matty, he's venturing into double digits every 9 innings when you're talking about strikeouts. We could see quite a few here in this one.
Dexter Fowler heads for the box, ready to lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for the Cubs, center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
Chop foul right at home plate at strike one.
First pitch, 4-0.
A ball and a strike to our leadoff man here this afternoon. EK, these Nationals, as they take the field here today, they come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
And this will be their last home game for quite a while. They're about to head out on a long road trip, so they'll be wanting to get out of here with at least another victory under their belts.
And a little off to begin the afternoon as it's to 3-1 now.
You don't want to lose the leadoff hitter here. Not when you got this guy on deck.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Fastball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is gone on strikes to start the afternoon. And now here's a look at Joe Maddon's lineup for the visiting Chicago Cubs. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Yeah, you know, you have to be careful with Daddy Longlegs himself, Dexter Fowler. He's coming off a multi-home run game, and he'll try and build off that momentum. We'll see if they try to approach him any differently throughout this game.
Scherzer looks in. First pitch on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he lays off for ball one. And set up behind the dish is Woody Keller, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Keller's a guy that will mostly call a great game. Although sometimes he gets some odd looks from pitchers, especially when they feel like they've spotted a great pitch.
Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. A solo shot that time off the bat of Jason Hayward. Number 10 for him on the year. And the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Chris Bryant will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night.
Well, he's had 7 RBIs in his last 10 games, so he is producing runs, and he had another good one yesterday.
Swing and a liner, but foul. The 0-1 on its way. Drilled on the ground is short. Turner gloves it. throw gets him 2 down. And with that, let's take a look at how the Nats will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, when you talk about outfielders that can go get them, Michael Taylor, he's a great example. Anything that's hit out in his area, he seems like he just runs down and grabs it right out of the air. One of the better defensive players in all of the league.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in now. Certainly a dangerous hitter as he ranks number 2 in the National League in home runs.
And guys, he's blasted 4 home runs in his last 10 games to go along with everything else that he's done. So he's got that power stroke working right now.
First pitch coming. Here it is. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And speaking of the National League's home run leaders, there they are on your screen. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Cubs are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. Bottom of the first coming up, and the Cubs have an early 1-0 lead. Jake Arrieta, the Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Yeah, guys, in his last start, he won his 9th game of the season, so he's going for double digits here in this one.
Ben Revere comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Ben Revere.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. EK, one-year-old ball clubs, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They're on a nice little run, winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games.
And they've got themselves a pretty good-sized lead in the division coming into play. Certainly not out of reach yet, but they've got to be pretty comfortable with where they're sitting at this point in the year.
Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate. And ready to deliver the 1-2. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Moving under it, Hayward. He's got it 1 away. Time now from our nation's capital to take a look at the Nats starting lineup. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, I'm definitely excited to see the werewolf, Jason Worth, take the field. He comes in among the National League leaders in batting average, so he's been handling a hot bat all year, and it'll be fun to watch him do his thing in this one.
Daniel Murphy will stand in as he'll enter play 4th in the National League batting race.
And not bad for a second baseman. There are some good ones, but second base isn't typically where you'd expect to have one of your best hitters.
And he lays off there 1-0. There you see the company he's in terms of that NL batting race. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Slider taken for a called strike, 2-1.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour slider.
Over at the knees, and that's the second strike.
And for a starter, he has one of the better fastballs you're going to see. That one at 95.
Got him. With a moment now, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, Anthony Rizzo is really the centerpiece for this Cubs ball club. Offensively, we know what he does. Defensively, he really holds this infield together. Very fluid over at first base, good soft hands, and has a good throwing arm as well.
Jason Worth will stride in now as he'll enter play as the second leading hitter in the entire National League.
And we know he's been in this league for a while now, and it's the wily veteran still having a great year.
First offering on its way. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0.
Quite a matchup here. You've got one of the front runners for the Cy Young matching up against one of the front runners for the MVP.
Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, this is something their hitting coach preaches every day at the batting cage. Stay inside the ball. Here he lets the ball get deeper into the zone, then stays back and drives it to the right center gap.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one.
Now you've got the tying run over at first, 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And another foul ball. A runner on first with 2 away. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. It's quite possible the humidity has finally taken its toll on some of the fans. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Ben Zobrist will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, that was a rough one yesterday, but he's still hitting over 300 in his last 10 games.
Swing and a looper to left. Worth coasts under it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Batting sixth, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber will stand in now, and obviously one to be careful with, as you see there, currently leading the senior circuit in long balls.
Well, here we are, several weeks into the season now, and he's just been killing the ball. I think he's got a great chance to be near the top in home runs when it's all said and done.
And, oh, look out. Up and in and nearly took his head off.
And we're going to see a lot more of this because this is a guy who's let it be known that he will work inside. He'll even back you off the plate if he has to.
That evens it up, 1-1. Scherzer's ready. Here's the 1-1. And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2.
And if you're not careful, this is the kind of guy that can run off 6 scoreless innings against you from here out. So that first inning run isn't something you can bank on holding up.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Wow, and he hasn't missed a beat since his last start. Remember, he had 9 strikeouts in that one, and he's well on his way to a similar performance right here.
Miguel Montero will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game.
Oh, I'll tell you, no hitter wants to go through a streak like this. Already the numbers don't look very good, and now he's hitless in his last 10.
And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. First curveball of the day for him, and likely not the last.
No, he's got a good one. There's no doubt about that. He'll start it on the hip versus righties, and he'll backdoor it to lefties. 2 different locations, but equally effective.
Revere will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Anthony Rendon will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
Well, it's still early in this season, but if he keeps this up, he's going to be looking to get paid in the offseason. His contract is up after this year.
In there, no balls and a strike. Ball 1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. On the ground up the middle. Backhanded. And the off-balance throw will be too late, so a good effort that time, but it's an infield single.
Well, that's the kind of year it's been for this guy so far. Even when he gets fooled, he still finds a way to get an infield single out of it.
Clint Robinson will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, his batting average is ugly, and his last 10 games have been ugly. Just 2 hits in his last 10.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Here's a slider to start things out, but it misses by a few inches or so. It's ball 1.
That's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Nobody out, runner on first. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
He pulls this one into right, and that's going to get down in front of Hayward for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
And that's back-to-back hits now to start things out in their half of the second. They're in good shape to get on the board here and tie up the ball game.
So stepping in, Michael Taylor, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Grounded back up the middle. Zobrist on to Rizzo, and it's a double play.
Man, you get back-to-back singles to start the inning. Everything looking good. And then 1 pitch later, it all comes crashing down on the double play.
Trey Turner will stand in, and as you can see, his home and road splits there. He's been a much better hitter away from home. He's set. Here it comes. And that's cut on and missed, 0-1.
And even after the double play, you can still make something out of this inning with a simple base hit here.
Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. Skied into very shallow right. Hayward has a beat on it, and that retires the side. 1 left for Washington. They still trail 1-0. A look there at the Washington Monument, not far from Nationals Park, on a great day for baseball in D.C. Christopher Negron will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
Well, guys, one good game does not a season make. He's been hitting under 250 over his last 10 games, so hopefully he's figured something out.
Back to him, and that's off his leg. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. The pitcher, Jake Arrieta, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
And they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. And he's retired, 1 away.
The batter, number 20.
Getaway day here on a Wednesday afternoon as you get a look at the upcoming schedule for the weekend and into the first part of next week. Dexter Fowler will dig in for a second time, a strikeout victim opening up the ball game.
And remember, they got him on a fastball, so I got to figure they're going to attack him the exact same way.
Scherzer comes set. Here's the first pitch. Out in front of it, strike 1. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
Well, this is a scroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as Scherzer's able to move ahead of him with strike 1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, curveball, then change up here on the first couple pitches. Now might be the time to see him run that fastball in on his hands. Maybe try and get this guy to pop something up.
2 out here and a runner at second. And he takes a called strike 2.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Cubs. They lead it 1-0. Leading off the inning, Max Scherzer, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Max Scherzer.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0.
No strike.
Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1.
Well, that may have been a borderline call right there, but you know what? He's going to get those calls sometimes. He's a big-name pitcher out there, and that can certainly play into your favor.
Good action on the sinker, 1 and 2.
Oh, and he sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. Strikeout number 3 for him here this afternoon as he begins his 3rd inning of work with a punch-out. And as you can see there on the team leaderboard, he's currently pacing the club here as we approach the midway point of the season.
Well, defense becomes a heck of a lot easier when the opposing lineup can't even put the ball in play. He's probably got the most electric stuff on this staff, and he's been sending batters packing at a high rate all year.
Oh, and he lays one down here, and this is going to be a tough play. Bryant is right there. Oh, and Revere much too fast. He's aboard with a bunt single.
That may have been one of those situations where you wonder, he's not going to be able to throw him out at first. Maybe that's one where you try and see if that would have gone foul.
Daniel Murphy in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern, but from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. At the plate, Jason Worth. He singled his last time up.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
Tap foul at home plate. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More coming up from Nationals Park in just a moment. Chris Bryant is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Third baseman, Chris Bryant.
And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Hit hard towards center. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Anthony Rizzo is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch. A little bouncer. That winds up foul for the second strike. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
The second baseman, number 18,
Ben Zobrist is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Couldn't resist on that one, and he's behind 0-1.
And that's something that you won't see him doing a ton of. And that's go chasing after a first pitch that's not a strike. He usually has much better plate discipline.
And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Chopped toward the second baseman. A barehand play by Murphy. The second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. It's back to the nation's capital after this. Back with Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian here as it's Wilson Ramos that gets set to lead off the Nationals half of the inning.
Ramos.
First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
Smoke toward the hole. And a throw on by Zobrist gets him at first for out number 1. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Anthony Rendon steps in now. And a ball, 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
A little over anxious that time as it's a ball and a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you gotta figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Arrieta's got his target. Here it is on 3-1. Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
And you'd like to say, good job there, good eye. But in reality, nobody's swinging at that pitch. It's not even close.
Clint Robinson.
Now to the plate, Clint Robinson. He reached on a single in his first try.
And everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
Chopped foul right at home plate. The 0-1 pitch. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
And you'd be in trouble at the plate if you fell behind 0-2 against this guy, so he's fortunate to hold up in time.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3 and 2 with 1 out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
Well, that's the frustrating thing for a sinker baller. When you get the ground ball you need and it finds a hole. Now he's got 2 men on to deal with and only 1 away.
Stepping in now, Michael Taylor. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1.
And we've seen a lot of that pitch here in the first 4 innings, and it's been real effective for him, and that's another example right there.
And it's quickly 0-2. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. On the ground to the left side. To second for 1. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Kyle Schwarber heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with 1 swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Scherzer into the windup. Here comes the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Still no fastballs in the at-bat. It's been all off speed.
That's definitely by design. He's such a good fastball hitter. You don't want to give in to his strength.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And this one is over, and he works the count back to 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Miguel Montero waits on deck. High and deep to right center field. Revere going back to the track. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
I bet he's shaking his head saying that's a home run if we're back home. Not here, though.
Digging in to try it again, Miguel Montero. He flew out in his last at-bat. Into the windup and the pitch. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. Line toward right center. That's his first base hit, make him 1 for 2 now.
You talk about getting the bat head out in front. This is rifled up the middle. Can't square up a baseball any better than that.
Standing in now, Christopher Negron. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
If he would have swung at that, he would have never heard the end of it.
1 run, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
Here it is. To 2-2 now.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2. So the runner stays at first here with 2 away, and that brings us to our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And as you see there, just 1 mile an hour separating these two arms so far. 96 on one hand, 95 on the other. Now at the plate, Jake Arrieta. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
Well, a pretty productive at bat last time, like you said, Matt. But right here with 2 outs, we're going to have to see if he can maybe find a gap and drive in a run.
Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
Set to deliver the 0-1. And this one's in the dirt. But fortunately here, no advance. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Slider, good 2-strike pitch, but it misses 1-2.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch away, heck, you go right back out there until he proves he can lay off.
2 out with the man at first. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Cubs strand 1, but they're up 1-0. Trey Turner will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him 0-1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Do you even bother with anything else here?
I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Chopped weakly to the left. And he's set down, 1 away.
Now batting.
So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders.
Well, guys, He's one of the best in the league in that department right now. Opposing batters have not been having a lot of fun against him. Pretty intimidating when you're facing a guy with an ERA like he's carrying around.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. Here's the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. One out, nobody on. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA.
Well, Matt, the numbers don't lie. Take a look right here. First in the National League. And it's always nice to know that whoever steps on the bump for you, you're going to have a chance to win. A lot of teams are envious of that stat, and these pitchers, they deserve a lot of credit for what they've accomplished so far.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ben Revere is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there.
2 out, nobody on. Hit hard toward first, and a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. Dexter Fowler will be the one to lead it off when we come back. It's the Cubs 1 and the Nationals nothing. And there is Dexter Fowler. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
24, Dexter Fowler.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. Scherzer against the sign. Here's the 0-1. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him.
And if there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
One and two as the changeup had him out in front there.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Hit in the air to left. After it is Worth. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made one bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Jason Hayward will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Well, for that man right there, only the one run allowed. How discouraging is that when you're pitching your heart out and you're just not getting the support?
Well, the good pitchers really don't let it get to them. They know that it cuts both ways. Sometimes you give up 5 runs and your guys score you 8. You just have to focus on holding up your end of the bargain.
On to first, and Scherzer's on a roll now, 2 away.
And you know, he really doesn't have to throw that changeup all that much for it to be an effective pitch. And you can see what his breakdown is so far.
Chris Bryant will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one, 1-0.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Worth is under it. And that's the third out. Cubs are down in order, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Daniel Murphy will stand in, and he'll lead off in the Washington sixth.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
No.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Schwarber shading to his right. 1 away.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
Jason Worth will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
1-0 pitch is a sinker swung on and missed, 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Wilson Ramos will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. First pitch on its way. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the 2nd inning.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this is fouled at the plate. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They trail this one 1-0. Back here at Nationals Park, getting set for the 7th now with the Cubs out in front. And before the inning gets underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. Anthony Rizzo will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. And it's grounded foul. The windup and the 0-1. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. High in the air and deep to left center field. Revere looks up. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo home run here for Anthony Rizzo. And even 20 home runs for him now thus far, as the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
The second base.
Here's Ben Zobrist now.
Ben Zobrist.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one.
No strike.
That last home run measured out to 405 feet officially. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Curveball down and in, misses, ball two.
No strike.
And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now.
Yeah, you don't see 2-0 changeups too often, but if you know a good hitter's going to be sitting fastball, don't give him what he wants.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
Well, he's allowed just 2 runs to this point. Both of them coming on solo homers. Things could be much different now if those had come with guys on base, but as it is, this has been a pretty good outing.
Kyle Schwarber will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out 0 for 2 thus far. And that misses for ball one. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Up high, 2-1 now.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Hit down the line at first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, catcher, Miguel Montero.
Miguel Montero will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
And this is swung on and missed that time by Montero. No balls and 2 strikes now.
And this has been a pretty good comeback from that leadoff home run. 2 straight outs now and 2 strikes here as well.
And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off 1-2.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. And now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone. Maybe even in the dirt.
2 out, nobody on. A little low. It's 2-2.
Oh, the crowd thought they had him, but definitely outside. Not by a whole lot, though.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This is pulled into right. Taylor is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Cubs get a run courtesy of Anthony Rizzo. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. It's now 2-0 Chicago. Leading off the inning, Anthony Rendon. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Arrieta gets the sign. Here it comes on 1-0. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. The 1-2 pitch. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Taken in by Zobrist. And taken in out there for the first out.
now batting.
Yeah, doesn't look like much has changed here to start this inning either. That's 8 in a row now he's set down.
Clint Robinson digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors, because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
Michael Taylor stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Here comes the first pitch. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. Grounded to short. Zobrist on to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. Nationals go quietly. They're still down. It's 2-0. And here comes Dusty out toward home plate as it looks like we're going to see a double switch here. Trevor Gott will be summoned from the bullpen now, so he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Now pitching and batting in the 6th spot, number 26, Trevor Gott. Now playing first base and batting in the 9th spot, number 11.
Leading off the inning, Christopher Negron, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Leading off for the Cubs,
into the seats, 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Now a curveball stays inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And this is going to be through into center field for a base hit as the leadoff man's aboard in the 8th.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
At the plate, Jake Arrieta. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and they fanned him on a fastball last time, so let's see if they come at him with the hard stuff again.
Runners on the move for second. And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection.
And, you know, sometimes these guys make it look so easy, we forget how difficult it is to make a play like that. Not only did he barehand this ball, but he also made a sweet throw on the run over to first base. So often you'll see a guy airmail or short hop a throw like that because of the bad grip you have on the ball. But not in this case. That's a nice play.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. And here's a curveball that just about got away as it misses inside for a ball. But one thing he's shown so far, he's not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, and with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Get the next guy.
Up around the letters with that one for ball 2.
Well, he almost hit him on the last pitch, and he's showing he doesn't care. He's coming right back inside.
Pretty good cut there, but it's to 2-1 now.
And in this spot, you got to pitch for the strikeout here. And this is a guy that's gone down twice so far, so you do have that in your favor.
3-1.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game because those could be fatal.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch. And that misses ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Jason Hayward strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a bunt attempt here. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Now batting, third baseman
Chris Bryant will dig in here with the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
He's been tough to deal with this year. He's second on the team in RBIs, so this is a golden opportunity.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
And on the mound, you can tell he's not in here to mess around. He means business.
Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be 2? There's 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Leading off the inning, Trey Turner, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike one.
Well, he's really kept himself in the game here by throwing first pitch strikes to about 70% of the batters he's faced. That's kept him in the ballgame and kept his team in the ballgame.
Arrieta's ready. Here's the 0-1. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, you know, things have gone his way more often than not so far this afternoon, but he certainly didn't get any help on that one.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hot shot to third. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. With shutout intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Ryan Zimmerman will stand in now as he'll be getting his first plate appearance in this one here in the 8th. The pitch. Low for ball 1. One out, nobody on. That's wide, 2-0.
And I think with no one on base, you know, this is a guy you need to come after. I certainly wouldn't be afraid to give him a fastball here.
Looked like that swing was in slow motion, 2-1.
A lot of people think that pitch will burn straight down, but it will work back a little bit towards righties, like that one did right there.
Wanted to go after the slider, but he holds off. 3-1.
And there you see the leadoff man on deck, and you know they'd love to get someone on base when this lineup turns over.
Into his motion, here comes the 3-1. On the ground to third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Maybe that's the break they needed to get back into this ballgame. No question, they need base runners at this late stage, so they'll take any help they can get.
Ben Revere will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Bounced foul off to the right near Davey Lopes, a former Gold Glover himself in the first base coaching box. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Here's the 0-2. That misses, 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
Dribbled up the line. That's a foul ball.
Neither guy giving in here. This is a great at-bat.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fights off another pitch and hits it foul right at the plate. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
You know, and these guys could have used a few more long at-bats like this one earlier on in this game. Then maybe this starter would have been out of the game by now.
Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Full count, 3-2.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. I mean, he probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
And, whoa, off awfully close, but it's ball 4 according to Woody Keller.
And you know what? I think he might have just waved the white flag out there on the mound. His pitch count was already up there to begin with. And I have a feeling that after all the pitches he threw in this at-bat, and then for it to end in a walk, that might be his cue to say, hey, it's time to go. I'm out of here.
Daniel Murphy will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
There's Joe Madden up out of the dugout now on his way to home plate, so it looks as though he's going to call for the double switch here. Pedro Strop is in out of the bullpen now as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch. Matt Caesar will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
Matt Caesar.
Daniel Murphy will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Comes set, now the pitch. High and deep to straightaway right. Back goes Hayward at the track, the wall. And as Nationals fans have heard before, see you later. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Home run number 5 on the year as the Nationals claim a 3-2 lead.
How's this for a welcome to the ball game? One pitch and see you later. I've got a feeling that's not what the manager had in mind.
Here's Jason Worth
Left fielder.
as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. On to first, and Worth is set down. There are 2 away.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
Wilson Ramos will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all-or-nothing type hitters. But, hey, he's still got a chance to make it.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. But the Nationals strike for 3, all coming via this 3-run home run. Last chance coming up here for the Cubs. And Washington's taken a 3-2 lead. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here.
Your attention, please.
Ninth inning save situation, and they'll turn it over to one of the best in the business, the all-star Jonathan Papelbon.
Jonathan Papelbon. Now catching and batting in the 6th spot, number 20.
Anthony Rizzo will be the first one to greet Papelbon as he'll get things started here in the 9th.
This just isn't any closer. This is one of the top closers in the game, so good luck.
On the ground to the right side. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the 9th as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play.
Yeah, and as we do that, Matt, it's pretty easy to find him, holding down that number 1 spot in the National League here into June. It's almost a guarantee that any lead you leave him is pretty darn safe these days. He's like a starting pitcher's security blanket, and we'll see if he can wrap this one up, too.
Papelbon comes set. First pitch on the way. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. So a solo home run off the bat of Ben Zobrist. 8th home run on the season for him. And the Cubs have come back to tie it at 3.
I think sometimes as a pitcher, as soon as you release the pitch, you have a feeling that you could be in trouble. And that was big trouble right there. Big home run that ties this game up.
Jorge Soler will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 68, Jorge Soler.
Papelbon firing away here. It's 0-1.
Yeah, same pitch here from the home run ball, but this one's in a much better spot down at the knees.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now. Tapper right back to the mound. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, catcher, Miguel Montero.
Miguel Montero gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. The ball flying around the yard in this one, as you see so far there. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And here's a splitter that's inside as he's forced to jitterbug out of the way there.
When a pitcher's close to getting through a quick inning, this is where you really need to grind out your at-bats, especially as a bottom-of-the-order guy. So this is a good job so far.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Trying to run one inside there on a 3-2. I mean, that's a tough take. According to that guy on the mound, a bad take. But he didn't get the call.
Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. Christopher Negron. Strides to the plate with 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run over at first base.
Yeah, and the key here is don't try to do too much. At least move the line and get it to the next guy. It's not really easy to score a guy from first all in one swing.
Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. And now the wheels spin in that first base dugout.
Oh, that man right there's got to be sweating bullets. Hard to say I blame him at all.
2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time.
Yeah, there's a good one right there. Right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And Rendon will look this one in to retire the side. But the Cubs draw even thanks to this solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. We're tied now at 3 apiece. Tommy La Stella will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out.
Now catching, number 2, Tommy La Stella.
Adam Warren will come on needing to get 3 outs here to try to send this game to extra innings. Into the box now, Anthony Rendon. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. David Ross is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now catching, number 3, David Ross.
There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball. 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine. But you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
Catcher, Jonathan Solano.
Set to get his day started, Jonathan Solano. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Here's the first pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and that's the first strike. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Fowler moves over. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
2 quick outs here to start the inning. It's looking more and more likely that we're going to need extra innings here to decide this one.
Michael Taylor comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe this game isn't tied if it weren't for that. I mean, double plays are such huge rally killers.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
And he falls behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Nationals gone in order. No change in the score. It's 3-3. Oliver Perez will come on now as he'll take over to start the extra frame.
Number 46, Oliver Perez.
Matt Caesar will come on now to start things out in the 10th. And you have to figure the momentum is squarely on their side after the manner in which that 9th inning went down.
Yeah, just a great comeback to tie the game in the top of the 9th, followed by putting up a 0 in the bottom half. This is a ball club that just won't quit out there, and they're going to keep fighting until the last out.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Just missing here, 2-0.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Here's the 2-0. 2-1 after the foul ball there. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Now a ball hit sharply toward third. And there's your go-ahead base runner right away as this is down for extra bases. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
The batter, number 24.
Well, that'll put the opposing team in big trouble as he gets the leadoff double. This game's tied. He's the go-ahead run out there, all pumped up about it, trying to get his teammates fired up as well.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. Looking to get that go-ahead run over to third as he gets this one down. Only play to first, so the sacrifice works that time.
A perfect job there of getting it down. So now that's the go-ahead run right there over at third with just one out.
Jason Hayward strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Now the runner's on his way home. And they roll the dice with the squeeze, and he gets it down. So they get the out at first, but the run will score on the suicide squeeze.
Oh, my goodness. Are you serious? You're deep into a ball game. You're all tied up, and your manager rolls the dice big time and makes it pay off. How about a suicide squeeze to take the lead? You talk about firing up a dugout? What a call.
Striding into the box, Chris Bryant. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0. 1-0 count. Here it is. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
2 out, nobody on. Line drive to left. In to cut it off is Worth. It's a base hit.
I tell you, that one's coming in fast, but it's going out faster. Does he square this one up or what? You bet he does.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in to try it again, already with 1 home run in the ball game, and on cue, here it was back in the 7th inning, a solo shot that provided quite a spark for these guys. Perez with a good fastball there to start the at-bat. No balls and a strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and that'll get down for a base hit.
And you check this out. This is on the inside part of the plate, but he still is able to take it to the opposite field. I'll tell you, that is bat control at its finest right there.
Ben Zobrist will get another crack at it here as we flash you back to the 9th inning. This solo home run was a big one as it helped to get us to where we are now in the extra innings. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Second pitch is chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind now 0-2. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Here's a line drive into left center. Will that get the job done? It's a base hit. They'll add a big insurance run here as the runner scores from second. Now a 5-3 game.
Well, we know this is a guy on the mound that doesn't like to waste a lot of pitches. He's coming right after his man on an 0-2 pitch, but this one's just a little bit more of a cement mixer. A lot of spin, but no action. So this is a good swing right here, and he's going to drive in a run with it.
Yusmeiro Petit will trot in from the bullpen as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 out.
Yusmeiro Petit.
Travis Wood will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. 2 down, runners at first and second. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
Ready on 1-2. Skied into straightaway right. Taylor is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. So now we'll see if these guys can get even in the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Cubs 5 and the Nationals 3. Travis Wood will try to wrap things up here and save things in the bottom of the 10th.
Travis Wood.
Leading off the inning, Trey Turner, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Woods ready, 0-1 on its way. Line toward the gap in left center. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern, but from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Hector Rondon will get the call here an inning later than usual, as he'll try to save this one in the 10th. Ryan Zimmerman will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out.
Ryan Zimmerman.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. A look at the hit totals there into extra innings. A runner at first with no outs here. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Ground ball sent back up the middle. A step on the bag for one. On to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play.
Center fielder number 9, Ben Revere.
Ben Revere digs in. He reached on a walk his last time up and later came around to score. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Swing and a line drive, but foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Well, it took them an extra inning to do it, but they'll certainly take it as they lock up a good road victory here in 10 innings.
Time for one last check of the line score in this extra innings victory. And guys, I think you might agree there's little doubt that the star of this afternoon's contest was this man, Jason Hayward. Take a snapshot of that. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody's award. But what the heck? Let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 5-3. So long from Washington.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs.
All right, guys, and the Cubs win. We won a big one in this one here today as we gave up the lead in the 8th. Daniel Murphy hit a home run that I thought for sure was going to be the end of the ball game, but Ben Zobrist said, "No way, Jose," or actually he said, "No way, Jonathan Papelbon," as he dinged Jonathan Papelbon with a home run in the top of the 9th to tie the ball game up, and then in the top of the 10th. Matt Caesar came up absolutely huge off the bench, making the most of his opportunities, lining a double down the line, and then we manufactured the run with a couple of bunts, one from Dexter Fowler to move in the 3rd, and then the suicide squeeze from Jason Hayward. And then not to mention the Ben Zobrist came up in the 10th as well and lined a base hit that scored Chris Bryant to add a little bit more padding to that lead as we win this one 5-3. Jake Arrieta pitched a great ball game, just could not get the win because he just had a real rough 8th inning, and then Pedro Strop came in and gave up the home run to Daniel Murphy, which gave the Nationals the lead at the time. But Adam Warren gets the win in this one, 3-0 now this season, having a really good season with a .72 ERA. Oliver Perez takes the loss, who's 4-3 now on the season, and looking forward to our day off as we take 2 of 3 from the Nationals in this series and having a really good month so far. We are, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are 10-4 this month so far, and looking to keep it up as we head home to face 2 division foes, and at this point really can bury the Pittsburgh Pirates' chances of winning this division if we can at least take 2 of 3. As they are now sitting 12 games out. If we were to sweep this series, we'd put them 15 games out and almost for sure not allow them to have a chance to win the division. The only team we would have to contend with them would be the Cardinals, who we face next after them. And tomorrow's pitching matchup is going to be John Lester. He's 5-2 this year, and he'll be squaring off against John Neese, who pitched an absolute gem against us the last time out, and then gave up a home run to Anthony Rizzo in the bottom of the 9th inning, which cost him the game. In that one, cost his team the game in that one, as we were able to beat them in the 9th inning, and that's kind of what put us into this position. We just kept rolling after that series and have not looked back. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow us here on YouTube at Life of Raw Sports Gaming Network, as well on Twitch at Life of Raw Sports Gaming, and then don't forget to give us a follow on Twitter as well at LRSGN. I'm Big Dope 7, and you guys be sure to keep it real.